Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to cover an excerpt from the novel Thrawn Alliances by Timothy Zahn. Now this is canon according to the official timeline. This novel is the second installment of the Imperial trilogy that follows Thrawn's time as a Grand Admiral in the Galactic Empire. These books run alongside Rebels, so they're really cool to read while rewatching Rebels, particularly seasons 3 and 4, because they add a bit of depth to the character of Grand Admiral Thrawn. So in today's video, we're going to discuss what exactly Darth Vader thought of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, if you're familiar with Thrawn's character at all, you know that he was highly favored by Emperor Palpatine, and well, of course, so was Vader. Thrawn and Vader each represented the best of what Palpatine desired in those who served him. Thrawn was a brilliant strategist, while Vader was his powerful Sith apprentice, but there was tension between these two. Let's begin with our excerpt. The tension wasn't simply because each wished to be the one standing alone at his master's side at the center of Imperial power, though that was certainly part of it. There was more, much more. Thrawn had recently suffered a serious defeat, permitting a small group of rebels he'd successfully trapped on the planet of Atollon to slip through his fingers. That failure had earned Vader's contempt. Thrawn, in his turn, strongly opposed the Death Star project favored by Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, and Palpatine himself, pushing instead for his prized TIE Defender project on Lothal. So far, Thrawn's opposition had not reached the level of open resistance, but the Emperor knew it was only a matter of time. Vader knew that as well. Just a quick cut here, most Star Wars fans are familiar with the Death Star as the Empire's ultimate answer to maintaining control of the galaxy. Because of the Death Star, the Empire was able to dissolve the Imperial Senate and therefore the straggling remains of democracy, because they no longer needed local governments to help them maintain peace. With the Death Star, fear would keep all of the planets and systems in line. Thrawn believed that putting all of the Empire's eggs in one basket, so to speak, was foolish. Instead, he preferred the idea of expanding the Imperial fleet by adding TIE Defenders, which were equipped with a hyperdrive and deflector shields, something that regular TIE fighters didn't have. But what do you think? Could the Empire have won the war against the Rebels if their fleet had continued to grow more and more powerful? I certainly think that the war against the Empire would have been far more drawn out if the Rebels weren't able to crack all of the Empire's eggs by tipping one basket. Thrawn and Vader's tension continues while they are investigating a disturbance in the Force sensed by Palpatine. Here's an example of the second reason that Vader did not like Thrawn. Data from that distance will be sufficient, Vader rumbled. I have ordered Commander Kimmand to intercept, examine, and engage if necessary. I am in command, Lord Vader. That's Thrawn speaking. You command the Chimera, Vader said. His voice and stance are stiff. His hand rests near his lightsaber. I command the First Legion. You will instruct Pharaoh to release them to the attack. So, this is an example of what really bothered Vader as well, and that is, it bothered Vader that Thrawn did not simply bow down or defer to his leadership like most other Imperial officers did. More of these interactions take place as the mission continues, and each time Vader suppresses the urge to just kill Thrawn because the Emperor values him too much. Thrawn repeatedly did something else to get under Vader's skin. Not only does this book cover Thrawn and Vader working together during the Imperial era, it also covers a time during the Clone Wars when Anakin Skywalker encountered Thrawn while Thrawn was investigating a threat to the Chiss ascendancy. Because of this encounter, Thrawn recognized Vader's true identity all these years later, something that Vader held closely. Very few people in the galaxy knew that Darth Vader was once Anakin Skywalker. Now, Thrawn never outright confirms that he knows Vader's identity, but he continues to drop hints that he knows, as if egging Vader on. Once again, Vader refrains from killing the Emperor's favored Grand Admiral. Another side note, this book is a story about Thrawn, but it also covers a lot about Vader as well, particularly his internal thoughts about Anakin Skywalker, or as Vader refers to his past self, the Jedi. So if you're a Vader/Anakin fan, you'll enjoy that aspect of the novel. The biggest factor, though, determining Vader's opinion of Thrawn has to do with the Grand Admiral's true loyalty. As the two lead the mission to discover what caused the disturbance felt by their emperor, they discover the mysterious species called the Grisk are involved. Now, the Grisk, they deserve a video of their own, but for now, Thrawn recognized them as a threat to his people, the Chiss, and eventually the Empire. Because of this, though, Vader perceives Thrawn as being loyal to his people first, rather than pledging full loyalty to the Emperor. The dynamic between Thrawn and Vader is fascinating because they truly represent two different approaches to serving the Empire. Vader is Palpatine's Sith apprentice who enforces the Emperor's will through fear and his power in the dark side of the Force. Vader is feared. Thrawn, on the other hand, represents the best of military might and power. Despite his defeat at Atollon because of the Bendu, Thrawn has built a reputation for himself as a brilliant and successful admiral. I wonder if part of Vader's contempt toward Thrawn is jealousy. I can't help but wonder if there's even a small part of Vader that longs for the respect he had as Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars, or maybe the Jedi is truly dead at this point and Vader is perfectly content to command with fear. Vader's opinion of Thrawn eventually grew as they worked together more, and he was reminded of the brilliance that caused Anakin Skywalker to respect Thrawn so much. Vader also got the chance to pilot one of Thrawn's TIE Defenders, and was quite impressed with its capabilities. So there you go, we covered why Vader did not like Grand Admiral Thrawn. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do you like covering novels like this? Star Wars novels have been a huge part of my Star Wars enjoyment, so I like sharing key moments with you all. Let me know what you thought of the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.